I had to come back. I just came from Aldi, right? I just came from the store. And I was gonna go home. I had took my hair down. But I just came from Aldi. I love Aldi. I like shopping at Aldi. You see I'm all sleepy-eyed and stuff. But I wanted to come talk about this title right here. This dropped in my spirit on the way home. On the way home, I said I was going to go talk about this. I can't even get my words out. I'm too excited to give you all this message. I know my children are going to be on here watching me, saying she's always on live. But listen, when I have a message, I just have to come and give you all a message. Chosen ones, listen. Listen to me and listen to me well. Your mistakes are going to make you millions. Your mistakes can, if you embrace those, your mistakes will bring you millions. Listen now. Listen to me. Listen. Your mistakes are worth millions. Your mistakes are worth millions. Your mistakes. So I wanted to come here and talk to the chosen ones and tell you, stop running from your mistakes. Don't run from your mistakes. Don't be ashamed of your experience. Don't hide from your experience. Don't hide from the hard knock life, so to say. Don't hide from it. Listen, that's why you all can come here and y'all feel this passion and this fire from me. What I'm birthing out of this channel, guess what? It came from my mistakes. It came from my experience. It came from my experience, my mistakes, the things I had to learn, the pain I had to endure. I tell my babies all the time, I said, my mouth is going to bring me millions. It's going to bring me millions. Not cost me millions. Bring me millions. Bring me millions. So your mistakes, and I got so much. See, let me tell you something about obedience, and let me tell you something about not running from your mistakes, not being ashamed of what you've gone through. Because see, that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to be silent. And you know, the enemy, when I say the enemy, I don't mean just people. When I say the enemy, yes, there's an adversary, right? There is a spiritual enemy that's opposed to our will that God has for our lives. Yes, he's there. I'm not just talking about him. The enemy is also anything that is hindering you from fulfilling your God-given purpose. What God put you on earth to do. The enemy could be anything. The enemy could be your mindset. The enemy could be fear. A lot of us chosen ones, we have a lot of fear because we're concerned about what people may think of us. We are concerned about the things. Oh, Keisha, I'm gonna see if I can share that video with you that I did the other day, because I didn't really want to keep it up because I was talking, I was just relaxing and talking personal, but I'll see if I could share it with you. I think I'll give you the link. Okay. But I wanted to come and let you know that your mistakes are worth millions. You got to believe that. Your mistakes, you helping someone else get over something that you paid the price for. You, that mistake costed you. But if you got some wisdom and insight to keep someone else from falling in the same pit you fell into, people will pay you for that. People will pay you for that. Let your mistakes, I'm telling y'all, this just felt, it was so heavy in my spirit coming from Aldi. I was coming from Aldi. I dropped my baby off to youth group and I went to Aldi. On the way here, home, guess what? It was raining, it was storming, but this message dropped in my spirit and I said, I got to deliver this message. I had to deliver this message. Don't run from your mistakes. Don't be ashamed of your mistakes. Because in those mistakes are lessons. This is how we learn. For some reason, people almost want us to live a perfect life. We feel that people want us to live a perfect life. We don't want to make no mistakes. I don't know where we get this from. We don't want to make no mistakes. But that's how you learn. I'm teaching my son now. I'm letting him make all the mistakes he can make while he's under my roof. If I tell him don't do something and he decides to do it, if it's not detrimental, guess what? I'm going to let him do it so he can learn the next time and listen to what mama told me. I need to listen to what my mama told me. Same thing with the children. If it's not detrimental, let them do it their way. They got to learn. And don't be upset because they didn't do it the first time. They'll get it the second time. Hopefully. But that's what I want to come tell you all. Your mistakes are worth millions. Look at the lessons you've learned from your mistakes. Look at the lessons you've learned from your life experiences. Look at it. You will be able to help someone else get through what they're going through. I know when I'm given permission, when God released me to open back up my coaching business, my coaching availability, coaching slots, when he released me to open my slots back up, I know I'm gonna have to be ready and equipped spiritually for what he's going to do with that. I'm gonna have to be ready. I kind of see why I'm in a season, a time of rest right now. I understand. I understand. I didn't understand at first, but I understand now. But allow your mistakes, and I keep saying it. I'm saying it like a broken record. Your mistakes are worth millions. You have to feel this. Somebody have to feel this. Your mistakes, whatever your mistake was, I don't care if you went to jail. I don't care if you had a pregnancy in your teen years. It's not the worst thing. That's not the last thing in the world to happen. You probably stole something from someone. You probably was a side chick. You probably had a side dude. Whatever the mistake was, whatever the mistake is, don't be ashamed of it. It's going to make you millions. It's going to make you millions. Whatever it is, you tolerating people for as long as you did. You allowed abuse as long as you did. That was your mistake. You woke up from that. You learned lessons you've learned from that. You will be able to use that to help someone else. You will be able to use that. You getting married so young. You going through a divorce. You know, going from relationship to relationship, whatever it is. The mistakes are worth millions. They're worth millions. You got to believe it. You have to believe it. There is wealth in those lessons. There is so much wealth in the lessons that you've learned. You have to believe it. I'm telling you, you have to believe it. You have to believe it. Yes, I'm sitting in my car. Yeah, I got caught in the rain. It was storming earlier. And you know when it rains, I was telling my son this on the way, dropping him off. And I wasn't going to drop him off, but I was telling him, I like when it rains, when it's storming, because to me, it always reminds me, you ever been in the rain and it was storming and you really don't want to go? Because when it's raining, I don't like being in the rain. I'm old school. When it's thundering and lightning and all that, I'm old school. You sit down somewhere. My grandmother said, you sit down, you don't breathe. Play dead when God doing his work. Listen, we had to play dead. We couldn't breathe. We couldn't move. And we definitely were not going outside. Okay? My grandmother did not play that. But, listen, but when it's raining, I was telling my son when it's raining, I kind of like when it's raining because it reminds me when it's storming and you continue going through the storm, and it looks like it's storming all around you. But if you keep going through the storm, it starts clearing up. That's what I was telling my son. It starts clearing up. Where you are, in the moment, it just seemed like the storm is just coming down on you. It's raining. Some cars are speeding. Some are slow, have slowed down. The traffic light is not working in some of the areas. But I told my son, I said, I like it because it reminds me when the storms of life come. When the storms of life come, it reminds me you have to keep going. Although it looks bad all around you because you're driving in the midst of the storm. But if you keep going, there is sunshine and clear skies on the other end. And he was like, yeah, Ma, I get you. I get you. Yeah. Every time it's raining, it reminds me that if I just keep going, there is sunshine. There is clear skies on the other side. And don't you believe, by the time we got past a little certain area, certain patch, the skies were clear. But where we were at the time, it was storming. It was thundering. It was lightning. And I'm like, I need to turn around. I need to turn around because I don't want to drive in this. But by the time I got not even a half a mile down the road, I could see the clear skies. Isn't that something? That's something there. That's a word there. That's a whole word right there. If you got it, that's a word. But that's what I want to come tell you all. Your mistakes are worth millions. Yes, they are. Y'all have a good evening. Be blessed. Talk to you all later.